Okay children, welcome back to the second part of this determiner. In the first part of this video class, I explained you articles, definite, indefinite articles and the places where we can use such articles. And I also taught you demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these and those. See the chart, the list of demonstratives, this, these, that and those. So you learnt all these demonstratives with good examples. Next, let me explain the third determiner. What's the third determiner? Distributive adjectives. How they are used as determiner. Distributive adjectives. You know that what is distribution? Distributive adjectives, the third determiner. You know the meaning of the word. Distributive adjectives. So distributive adjectives, each, every, either and neither. Each, every, neither and either. So they are called distributive adjectives. We call them as distributive adjectives because they are used with nouns to refer to each and every one of the noun at a time. That's important. So this each, every, either and neither are called distributive adjectives. They are used with nouns to refer to each and every noun at a time. Therefore, we call them distributive adjectives. You know that the process of distribution, giving away the gift or prizes or whatever may be sweets to each and every one of the students in the classroom. So that's called the process of distribution. These adjectives also refer to each and every adjectives at a time. Therefore, we call these adjectives as distributive adjectives. These distributive adjectives function as a determiner in a sentence because they stand before noun and they restrict, they determine the meaning of a noun at a time. Therefore, we call these distributive adjectives as determiners. Okay children, could you follow me? Yeah, nice. Let me give you example for each and every one. See, each student was appreciated. Each student was appreciated. Each student was appreciated. Here each is a distributive adjective. It is used before the student. It refers to each and every student. At the same time, it restricts the meaning of a noun student. Therefore, it functions here as a determiner. Okay, fine. Every dog has its day. Every dog has its day. One good day will come to everyone. That's the meaning of this. Everyone will get a good day. Everyone will be given something in future. So everyone will get good day. So every dog has its day. Here every distributive adjective, it functions here as a determiner because it determines the meaning of the noun dog. Okay, fine. Then either book will do. Either book will do. Here you have two books. Both either this or that will solve the purpose, will help you to understand, will help you to know the concept. So either book will do. So the distributive adjective either is used before the noun book. It determines and it restricts the meaning of the noun book. Therefore, it is used here as a determiner. Okay, fine. Last, neither. So, neither shop offers discount. Neither shop offers discount. So when you use either, it refers to this or that. Any one of these two. But if you use neither, this is also not good, that is also not good. So it gives you negative meaning. Okay. So you should be very careful in the use of either or and neither nor. They are also used to correlative conjunction, either or and neither nor. Okay, fine. So each, every, neither and either, they are called distributive adjectives because they refer to the noun. They restrict the meaning of the noun to one at a particular time. They points out. Okay. So they refer to each and every one at a time. Therefore they are called distributive adjectives. They also restricts the meaning of the noun before which they are used. Therefore they are called, they function as a determiner. See, these distributives, see, each, every, either and neither. So they are called distributives. Each, every, either and neither. See children, this chart. So the chart gives you what are all the distributive adjectives. See, each, every, either and neither. And I have given here good example for each distributive adjectives. You too can frame your own example based on the examples given in the classroom. Okay, child, could you follow me? Fine. Next. So following distributive adjectives, next we are going to see possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives, the fourth determiner. Possessive adjectives. You know the various forms of personal pronouns. When they function as an adjectives, they are called possessive adjectives. I, my. Okay. And then we, are. You, your. He, his. She, her. Eat, its. They, their. So they are called possessive adjectives. They refer to, we call them as possessive adjectives because they are the possessive form of pronouns. They indicates, they refer to the possession, the ownership, the belongingness, the possession. Therefore they are called possessive adjectives. They are the possessive form of pronouns. That is important. Possessive adjectives are nothing but the possessive form of pronouns. Why we call them as possessive adjectives? Because they refer to the possession, they refer to the belongingness, they refer to the ownership. Therefore we call them as possessive adjectives. These possessive adjectives, when they are used before nouns, they restrict, they determine the meaning of the noun. Therefore they function as determiner. Okay. When we use these possessive adjectives before nouns, they restrict the meaning of the noun, they determine the meaning of the noun. Therefore we call these possessive adjectives as determiner. I'll give you example. See, my, this is my pen. Okay. India is our country. It is your idea. It is your opinion. Okay. This is his car. That is her doll. It is its tail. This is their school. This is their property. This is their property or asset. Okay. Now go through all these example, children. They are all called possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives are nothing but the possessive form of pronouns. Possessive form of pronouns. We call them so because they refer to the possessiveness, they refer to the belongingness, they refer to the possession or the ownership. When we use these possessive adjectives before nouns, they restrict, they determine the meaning of the noun, therefore they function as a determiner. Okay, fine. This is my pen, this is my possessive adjectives. It restricts the meaning of the noun pen. Our possessive adjectives, it restricts the meaning of the noun country. Your, it restricts the meaning of the noun idea. His car, his possessive adjectives restricts the meaning of the noun car. Her doll, it restricts the meaning of the noun doll. Its, it restricts the meaning of the noun tail, and there restricts the meaning of the noun property. Therefore, they are all called possessive adjectives. Okay, see, I will show you possessive, the chart which shows the possessives and the possessives or possessive adjectives. See, I, my, see, I will show you like this. I, my, we, our, you, your, he, his, she, her, it, its, they, their. Okay, and once also. So they are called possessives. Possessive. See, can you see this chart clearly, children? See, the possessive adjectives written on the chart gives you a clear idea. You know well the various possessive form of pronouns. Okay, possessive form of pronouns are nothing but possessive adjectives. I, my, we, our, you, your, he, his, she, her, it, its, they, their. So they are called possessive adjectives or possessives. When they are used before nouns, they restrict the meaning of the noun. Therefore, they also function as a determiner. Okay, fine. Next, interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives. You know that there are some adjectives, some interrogative words which help us to frame questions. There are some question words which help us to frame questions. At the same time, they also restricts the meaning of the noun that comes immediately after such a question words. Therefore, they are called interrogative adjectives. We cannot use all question word as an adjective. There are some question words which function as an adjectives. They restrict the meaning of the noun. When they are used to frame questions, they are called interrogative adjectives. See, what are all the interrogative adjectives? See, which, what, and whose. What, then which, then whose. So these interrogative words function as an adjective. Therefore, they are called interrogative adjectives. At the same time, when these question words are used before nouns, they determine or restricts the meaning of the noun. Therefore, they function as a determiner. For example, what color is suitable? What color is suitable? What color do you like? What color do you like? Then which book do you want to read? Which book? Which book do you want to read? Which color is suitable? Which book do you want to read? Whose purse is this? Whose purse is this? Okay, all these three sentences are interrogative sentences because it begins with a question word: what, which, and whose. At the same time, these interrogative words are used as an adjective. Therefore, they are called interrogative adjectives because they qualify or they describes the noun that comes immediately after it. And it also restricts the meaning. It determines the meaning of the noun. Therefore, they function here as a determiner. Okay, fine. So far now, see, let me give you the chart where you can find these interrogatives. See these interrogatives: what, whose, and which. What color do you like? Whose pen is this? Which book do you want to read? You can give a lot of examples for these interrogatives. Try to frame your own sentences, your own interrogative sentences based on the examples what has been given here in the class or what has been discussed in the class. Okay, children? Yeah, fine. Next, there are some quantifiers. We have some quantifiers in English. They also function as a determiner. I will give you all those quantifiers one by one. They are used before nouns to indicate the quantity. How they are used, how they restrict the meaning of the noun, how they determine the meaning of the noun, that's important. So they are called quantifiers. I will give you the list of quantifiers and I will give you good examples for quantifiers also. Quantifiers. So, when we use these quantifiers before nouns, they indicate the quantity. Okay, they indicate the quantity. At the same time, they restrict or determine the meaning of the noun, therefore, they are used as a determiner. Okay, little, a little, the little. They are the quantifiers. How these quantifiers are used in a sentence? Let me explain. First, little. What does it mean? It means almost nil in quantity. Almost nil. Little means almost nil. It means negative. Nothing. It has negative meaning. It has negative meaning. There is little water in the glass. It means there is no water at all. He has little hope of success. For example, he has little hope of success. What does it mean? Little, almost nil. Little means almost nil. It gives negative meaning. Therefore, in the sentence, he has little hope of success means he has no hope at all. He has no hope at all. So, when you use this little, you should be very careful. The usage, you should concentrate on the use and usage of this little. There is little water in glass. It means there is no water at all. Okay, fine. Then what about a little? What does it mean? A little means some quantity, but not much. Very important. A little means some quantity, not much. It refers to some quantity, but doesn't refer to much. So it gives a positive meaning. It gives you a positive meaning. Okay. Example, there is a little water in the pitcher. See, there is a little water in the picture. It means some water is there in the picture because it gives a positive meaning. Some quantity, a little means some quantity, but not much. Okay, fine. So little is different from a little. Little means nothing. A little means some quantity but not much. Okay, it gives negative meaning, it gives positive meaning. Okay, what about the little? The little means small in quantity, but all has been consumed. The little, small in quantity, all has been consumed. Okay, see the example. He spent the little money he had. He spent the little money he had. So in the example, little, the little means small in quantity, but all have been used or consumed. So little, nothing, it gives negative meaning. And a little means some quantity but not much, it gives positive meaning. The little means also small in quantity, but all have been used. Okay, so this little, a little, the little probably are used before uncountable nouns. Little water, little oil, little knowledge, little hope, a little water, like that. Okay, fine. Next quantifier, few. Few. See, few, a few, the few. Few, a few, the few. They are used before countable nouns. Little, a little, the little are used before uncountable nouns as a quantifier, and they are used as a determiner because they quantify the objects or they give us the quantity of the noun. Here few means almost nil in number. Few, almost nil. It gives negative meaning. It gives negative meaning. Almost nil in number, it gives negative meaning. A few people write English. See, few men are free from faults. See the example. Few men are free from faults. What does it mean? No one can say that I have no error, I have no fault, or I never commit any mistakes in my life. No one can say like that. So few men are free from faults means everyone is subjected to faults. That's important. So it gives negative meaning. Almost nil. It gives negative meaning. Few. Then a few. A few means some in number but not many. A few, some in number, not many. They give positive meaning. They give positive meaning. Okay. So let me give one suitable and like example. A few people write English correctly. A few people write English correctly. In this sentence, what does it mean? It gives positive meaning. Many makes mistakes, but there are some people who write English correctly. So a few means some in number, but not many. And it gives you positive meaning. Okay, fine. Next, the few. The few, it is used before plural countable noun, but all have been brought in use. The few. Plural countable noun, they are used before plural countable noun, but all have been brought into the picture. The few birds on the tree fly away. See, the few birds on the tree flew away. So it means that there are some birds, all the birds flew away. So the few means plural countable, but all have brought into picture. Okay children, next some and any, where we have to use some, where we have to use any. Other quantifiers, some and any. So where we can use some, it can be used before countable and uncountable nouns with reference to number or quantity. It gives positive meaning. Some, it is used before countable and uncountable nouns. The usage is very important, children. So it is used before countable and uncountable. For example, some water, some oil, some money. They are used before uncountable. Countable, some students, some benches, some books. Okay, so this quantifier some is used before countable and uncountable. It gives positive meaning. Some students are still in the playground. Some students are still in the playground. Can you give me some papers? Say example, some students are in the playground. Some students are in the playground. Question, can you give me some papers? Uncountable noun. Okay, so it's a question, interrogative sentence. So here we use some both in statement as well as interrogative sentences, and it is used before countable and uncountable nouns. They restrict the meaning of the nouns which comes immediately after such. Therefore they are called determiners. Okay, they are quantifiers. Next, the use of any, where we can use actually, really speaking, any it can be used before countable and uncountable nouns with reference to number or quantity. Any can also be used before countable and uncountable with reference to numbers or quantity. It is used in the negative sentences. That's important. So any, it can be used before countable or uncountable. Okay. Any water, it means so the availability of water. Is there any boy in the class? It is used in the negative sense. Is there any boy in the class? Is there any water in the pitcher? Do you have any money with you? Okay, so it is used to be with the countable and as well as uncountable nouns, but it gives negative meaning. So you, negative meaning, you think that no water is available there. You expect that no student is available in the classroom. At such occasions you can use these questions, interrogative sentences, using this quantifier any as a determiner. Is there any boy in the class? I don't have any pen. See, is there any boy in the class? I don't have any pen. I don't have any pen. Okay, so it gives you negative meaning. It is used to both countable and before uncountable nouns. Then much and many. Other quantifiers, much and many. Much and many. So much, it is used before uncountable nouns with reference to quantity. There is much sugar in the tea. Much. before uncountable nouns. It is used before uncountable noun. So it gives positive meaning. There is much sugar in the tea. There is much sugar in the tea. Okay. Then many, it is where we can use, it is used before plural countable nouns. Plural countable nouns. Many students were absent. Plural countable nouns. Many students were absent. So only countable nouns have plural. That you know that, I hope so. Uncountable nouns, they don't have any plural form. But we can make it plural by using some quantifiers before it. Okay, fine. So many students were absent. So far now, the quantifiers, see, little, a little, the little, then few, a few, the few, then some and any, then much and many. They are all called quantifiers because they give us the quantity of the noun. When they are used before nouns, they just show us or they give us the quantity. Therefore, they are called, how we can call them? See, quantifiers. See the chart. It gives you a clear idea about these quantifiers. See, little, a little, the little, some, much, then few, a few, the few, any, more. Okay, so little, a little, the little, few, a few, the few, some, any, much and many. They are called quantifiers. Why we call them as quantifiers? Because when they are used before nouns, they just indicate the quantity and it also restricts the meaning of the noun. Therefore, they are called, how can we call them? Come on children. Yeah. They are, yes, I could hear your voice. Yes, they are called determinants. Very fine. Next, cardinal and ordinal numbers. They are also used as determinants. You should know the difference. Cardinal numbers and ordinal numbers. Cardinals and ordinals. Cardinal numbers 1, 2, 3 like that. So when you count things, you can use these numbers, numerals, numeral adjectives. They are called countable. They are called cardinal numbers. And then ordinals, you know the difference, children? Yeah. It shows the position, the order, the rank, first, 2, second, 3, third, like that. So, cardinal numbers are different from ordinals. 1 chair, 2 chairs, 100 people, 10,000 people. So, they are used as a quantifiers. Countable nouns, that is cardinal numbers, are used before nouns to refer to the quantity. When they do the function like that, they are used as a determiner. So cardinals are also used as determiner. Ordinal numbers are also used to talk about where something is placed in the sequence. Where something is placed in the sequence. So we used cardinals to refer to exact quantity. We used ordinals to refer to rank, position, or where something is placed in the sequence. Where something is placed in the sequence. They are used after definite article or after possessive. The first horse was disqualified. See the example, ordinals. I will give you one example. See, 2 chairs. 2 chairs. And then 100 people. 100 people. Example for cardinals. Example for ordinals. The first horse was disqualified. See, the first horse was disqualified. And then he is celebrating his 31st birthday in August. He will celebrate his 31st birthday. He will celebrate his 31st birthday in December, the month of December. Okay, fine. So, cardinals as well as ordinals can be used as a determiner. So, ordinals are formed. How we can form ordinals? By adding th. By adding th to a cardinal number. Okay. So far now you have learned the determiners in detail. Determiners are called so because they determine the meaning of the nouns before which they are used. Okay, so we different kinds of determiners. Just join and repeat the sentence, repeat the kinds, children. Join me. See, determiners, articles. Articles are 2 in types, definite article and indefinite articles. Yeah, see. Articles are indefinite article and definite articles, and definite articles the, indefinite articles they and an, they are called determiners. And you have learned the uses of a and an and the. Then possessives. Possessive adjectives are also called determiners. My, our, your, his, her, its and their. So second type, possessive adjectives. Possessives, they are also determiners. Then distributive adjectives. See, distributive adjectives are also called determiners. And then see, distributive adjectives. See the distributives: each, every, either and neither. They are also called quantifier. They are also called determiners. Okay, because they are used before nouns to restrict its meaning. So possessive, distributive and demonstrative. So we use this demonstrative as determiners. This, that, these and those. And then articles, possessive adjectives, distributive adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, then interrogative adjectives. They help us to frame questions. At the same time they function as a determiner. See, what, whose and which. So they are called interrogative adjectives. And last but not least, quantifiers. So quantifiers, little, a little, the little, used before uncountable nouns, and then countable nouns, few, a few and the few, some, any, much and many. So they are called quantifiers. And then cardinal numbers as well as ordinal numbers, they are also called determiners. So far now you have learned determiners in detail with good examples. I hope children, all of you have clear idea in your mind about the determiners. So based on the examples what we have discussed in today's class, try to frame your own sentences. I hope all of you have noted down all these things in your grammar note. Okay, let me meet you in the next class. Till that, thank you children, have a nice day.